We've gone from about 70 degrees in the last 7 days down to 30 degrees Friday morning. We woke up Saturday morning to a high of around 60 degrees with 5 to 6 inches of rain. We've had some major flooding in the area. This is more rain than we've received in the last 10 years or so. Then Saturday night, we went to bed with flood warnings and a tornado watch and woke up to another 30-degree morning with about 3 inches of snow on the ground.
All right, guys, so as Brandy said, the weather over the weekend has been extremely unusual. I don't know that we've ever had weather like that to where we get 6 inches of rain, go to bed with flash flood and aerial flood warnings, tornado watch, and then wake up and there's 3 inches of snow. And the temperature changes about 30 degrees, 40 degrees, something like that. So what we got to do today is we've had some water get into the back of our barn where the cattle come in. We got to try to mitigate that. We've got to open up 2 more hay bales for the cattle because of the temperatures we're going to have. We want to go ahead and do that. That way they have plenty of access to hay, have all the hay that they want. Very important that they have plenty of food and access to plenty of water whenever it's this cold. And then that brings me to the third thing. We got to fill our water tank up. We want to fill our water tank up, plug the heater in, and make sure that we don't have to walk the quarter mile or so back to the pond and break any ice. The cattle get used to that. You've seen in our previous videos that the cattle are used to drinking out of our trough in here, and we just put a tank heater in there, and then that keeps it from freezing. All right, guys, as you can see, with all this rain that we've had, it's caused water to run into our barn, and it is a muddy mess. And we've got some standing water here. Now, the good thing about this is it's pretty solid. The base is solid, so the mud's only about 3 inches or so deep, so it don't get below the cattle's ankles, which is great. But one thing that I want to do is, since we're expecting the extremely cold temperatures here in a few days, is I've got these pine shavings, and I want to spread along the path where the cattle walk, because I don't want really any standing water that's going to freeze, get slick for the cattle to walk on. So I'm going to get these pine shavings put down here, and hopefully that causes us not to have any standing water.
During the cold weather, we like to have the water tank filled up with the heater in it, just on standby in case the pond freezes over. It is not fun busting 4 inches of ice in a pond, especially when you have to walk all the way back there to it. Thank you. You turned the water on for me. So the cattle stay by the hay rings, which are just outside the barn. So when the tank is filled up, it just keeps them right in this area. It's easier on them, and we don't have to worry about them as much. So okay. Now we're gonna get ready and head out and open up 2 more bales of hay.
So if you watch any of our previous videos, we like for 2 bales to last 10 days. Now, we're on day, I think, 7 for these from opening up the last time, but they're calling for the temperatures to be extremely cold. And with the rain that we had the last couple days, the bale, if the bale in the rings don't still have their form, that rain just soaks into those bales, and the cows won't eat it. They don't like it. It's not the best hay. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut our losses, and we're going to go ahead and open up the next 2 bales. That's why we're doing it. All right, guys, we're out here at the hay. So we've got 2 bales here. I'm going to move 2 of these gray rings right down here.
Are you thinking?
Was you thinking?
Yeah.
I told you to stay out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, grab onto the hay ring and pull yourself up. There you go. Good job.
So we decided they're probably not going to eat much on this hay bale. So we went ahead and moved the red ring. There's one bale. Now he's going to get one of the gray ones.
I don't know.
Poppy.
All the way down the hill.
Poppy.
Plugging the fence back in. We unplugged it when we moved the hay rings. And this right here is for the water heaters. Hard to see behind the board, but right here is the orange glow of it, and that tells us the light is on. And I feel heat to it.
You see steam. I don't
Yeah.
show up on camera. But...
Yeah, I see the steam
Yeah,
too,
you see
and
it.
I can feel the heat.
All right, guys, it's been a long, cold afternoon here on the farm. But when you got cattle, the weather does not take a day off. If you've enjoyed watching all this chaos unfold here on the farm for us today, then I encourage you to hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment below of how you deal with bad weather on your farm, at your place, at your business, whatever. And stay warm, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.